I'm talking today about, oh gosh, this is hard to show you on here, but my morning routine template that I've come up with and shared with you on Tuesday. So this is the template. This is the first page of it. I've printed it in black and white because, let's face it, most of us don't have colour printers, and my kids have coloured it in, which has been an added bonus for them, let's say. But this is our first page. So on here we've got an introduction, just tells you what to get started with. I've written it in sort of language that's quite easy for kids to read, depending on their age, so you can encourage them to read it, but bear in mind that you're asking them to do some quite taxing brain work, so it might be that you need to take over with the reading or with the writing to sort of stop them getting bored and getting stuck after a few pages, depending on their age and their ability. So on the first page, we've got step one, which is start by making a list of all the things that you need to do in the morning. So we've written our list here, and that's our first page done. So on to the second bit of step one. We've got, whoop, there we go, step two. How long do you, sorry, this is still step one. How long will it take to do all that? I'm coming off screen, that's not good. And now add some extra time for unexpected surprises, like needing extra cuddles or time to find a lost shoe, that kind of thing. This is really useful if you're an ADHD parent, because then what we've got here is my getting up time and my leaving the house time. So you figure out what time you need to leave the house, 7:30 for us, and my getting up time, therefore, is going to be an hour before, 6:30, because we've added up all these things on page one, figured out how long they were going to take. We've added, well, that was 45 minutes, which we wrote here, and then we added 15 minutes, which gives us an hour. So that gives us an hour to do all those things. Now, why that's helpful, A, if you struggle with time yourself, that's going to help you. You're going to know that by 6:30, you've got to start things. My kids wake up at 6, right, normally. So I know that by 6:30, I need to make sure that this is happening, is starting to happen. Then we've got a little nice dopamine boost and a little brain break. So it's to celebrate your hard work, why not give each other a high five and take a moment to colour in the high five hands and draw your wake up and leaving times on the clocks. So again, a nice thing for the kids to do. If they're learning time, it's quite helpful as well. And you're showing them how to think through things and how to plan. So it's a really good learning tool for them as well, without them realising that they're learning. Okay, step one done. Step two, there we go. Time for some problem solving. So this is the bit where we ask them to think about what bits of the morning are hard for them. So what parts of the morning do you find tricky? And I've listed some ideas there of things that they can, some suggestions of things that might be tricky, like getting going, wanting to play, being in a bad mood, are they hungry, sort of asking questions like that. And then it says, talk about the things that you find tricky now and write them down below. Once we know what they are, we can find solutions. So this is a really interesting exercise, and I encourage you to really listen to what your kids said. So I'm going to tell you what my 5-year-old said. She said, when mummy gets angry, that was one of the things. Now, I don't think I get angry with her in the morning. I'm not cross with her, but I do get frustrated, and it's really helpful for me to reflect on the fact that the way that I act with her makes her feel like I'm angry and I'm cross, and that doesn't feel good to her. So by having this conversation, it's made me think and reflect on, okay, well, this is how she feels as a reaction of what I'm doing, and I wasn't previously aware of that. So it's a helpful exercise, and something that I can think about and how I communicate with her. Getting dressed on my own, I'm too tired. So again, I think I kind of knew that she just couldn't be bothered. She was feeling unmotivated, right? But also she's saying she's too tired. So she doesn't seem tired when she's playing, but maybe she is quite tired. So we put in some strategies for that. She just wants to play, very honest, very normal. She's a kid, it's not surprising, and need mummy. So the last one, need mummy, again, like so her big struggle is she doesn't want to get dressed without me. She wants me to dress her. She can get dressed, absolutely fine. She wants to get dressed because she wants to change or whatever, then she's absolutely fine. in the morning, she wants me to get her dressed. And I think that's about connection. And I think what she's telling me here is that I need to spend a bit more focused time on her in other ways so that it's not clinging to me because she knows I'm going to go off to work at 7 o'clock. So she's only got half an hour with me. So that was a really interesting thing for us to do. There were the reasons why she finds it hard. And so that's what I found quite helpful. And you all have very different things probably, but it's just worth talking them through. You might learn something you didn't know. Right, this is our next step. Whoop. Let's solve this. So this is the bit where you come up with solutions together. So our solutions were, her one was to be calm and peaceful. And again, that was really interesting for me to hear because she's my kind of more energetic child. I'm not a gently, gently, softly, softly type person. I come in with a lot of like energy, sometimes a bit of that ADHD. And I need to check that because clearly it's not feeling calm and peaceful to her. And that doesn't help. And she wants it to be calm and peaceful. So I can't change who I am, but I can hear that and I can reflect on it and I can think about different ways of communicating or getting my needs met prior to getting involved in her morning. Star jumps with mummy and daddy before getting dressed. So this is like an alerting thing, like a sensory diet type thing that I'm going to implement, which is basically sort of helping her to wake her body up and kind of give her the energy that she needs, give her that boost, get everything running through her body so that she feels like she's got energy to do things. And the thing about doing it with mummy and daddy is that it's the connection piece. Now she did say to do it with mummy, but I wanted to put in mummy and daddy because mummy or daddy, because it's not always going to be there. I can't be there every morning, and I don't want to set ourselves up to fail. So although I will try and do it with her frequently, I do want to make sure that daddy gets to do it too, and it's not a mummy thing always, because that's where we get stuck. And the last one is her incentive, so that's time to play at the end. So the quicker she gets through things, she gets to play. So we frequently remind each other of, okay, but if we do this, we've got more time to play, and that's really helpful. I have got here a list of some ideas for solutions that you can go through to give you some help if you get a bit stuck. And then we get on to the exciting bit. So we've done our steps. This is our routine. Now I've laminated it, and the reason I've done that is because then firstly, it's easy to find. It doesn't go in, a scrunched up piece of paper on her floor and gets lost, which is what happens to most bits of paper in our house. But this is a bit more sturdy. She's coloured it in, made it her own, and she can tick things off and we can just rub them out. So I really like laminating things. Laminators are really cheap, really easy to get. Also thinking about creating some proper coloured ones and getting them laminated and selling them and posting them out to people who don't have laminators and want something like this. Customising them for people. I don't know. Let me know if you think it's helpful. Haven't decided. But, so what we've got on here, we've got all the things that she needs to do. Finishing in play, which she's written herself. That's her big motivator. And, it's a bit busy. It's a bit hectic, but that's because she was getting a bit bored, and so we started having a bit of fun. So we've got things like toilet, and then she said, it's especially strange toilet for every occasion. We've got underwear on by myself, and there's a picture of her underwear, and it says Layla's special sunshine pants for very, very special occasions only. We've got her teeth, very, very special, shiny, sparkly teeth, and her hairbrush, Layla's special occasion hair. So we were getting a bit silly, but she talks about that stuff all the time. So to personalise it and remind them about the silliness and the fun that can be had with this is really helpful when your kids are young. So yeah, we got a bit silly with it. But so we've got our things there that she needs to do, and then her strategies to help me. Star jumps with mum and dad, before getting dressed, and time to play at the end. So that's her morning routine. The other part is this, the check-in. Now I really like this. This is probably my best thing about this routine, because we know that when you start doing something like this, it's not perfect first time. You have to keep making new iterations to make it work. So this check-in has the number of things I did all by myself. You've got the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Didn't bother with the weekend because we can let things go a little bit at the weekend. But number of things I did all by myself. So, you know, if she managed to get dressed, brush her teeth, put her pyjamas under her pillow, but she forgot to wash her face, for instance, I'd give her 3 there, and then the next one is number of things I did the first time I was reminded. So then she might get a 1 for she did that the first time she was reminded. So we could number the things that she managed to do by herself and things that she had to be reminded about, and then number of things I needed more help with. So it's a really positive way of framing it. So it's not like you got it wrong, you didn't get your star, you didn't get your reward, whatever. It's how many things did I do all by myself, how many things did I only need a little bit of help, and how many things did I need a little bit more help with. Then we've got a box here which you can kind of fill out through the week. So things I'm finding hard, and then what still needs problem solving. And then at the end of the week you look at it and you might think, okay, right, we need to try some new strategies because this thing's not working. You know, still really tired and you're not able to get dressed. So, okay, the star jumps aren't working, or she doesn't want to do the star jumps, for instance. Okay, so that's not working. So what could we do differently? What other things could we maybe use? Maybe it's not that you're tired because, or maybe you don't need waking up. Maybe it's something more like you're really low in blood sugar and you need something to eat before you start moving. Or maybe you really need that incentive of play and we need to put some music on as we get going. So there's lots of other strategies that can be used, and the good thing about this is it gives you the option to keep making new iterations. So there's loads of these sheets with the PDF that you can download from the group, or you can laminate it like me and then you can just rub it out and keep going. As I said, I'm a bit of a fan of the laminator, but absolutely don't need to use one. I'd love to hear if you use it, if you find it helpful, if you found this helpful, and if anyone wants to share their routines and their strategies, that would be really, really awesome. So please do take a picture of it with or without your kid and post it on the group, and we'd love to see them. Give me feedback, love to hear it, and I will see you soon. Bye.